Live from Arkansas's streaming news leader, this is THV 11 Morning News at 7:30 on THV 11 Plus.
Good morning. We are so happy to have you on THV 11 Plus. I'm Karen Fuller with meteorologist Tracy Bean and traffic with Ashley King.
Yeah,
we're all here together, having a good day so far.
Yeah, we love to hang out on our stream. We get to loosen up a little bit and
have a little fun.
Have a little fun, but still give you all the info that you need.
Yeah, and I'm loving that our co-workers are getting to do this at 4 o'clock. I know, somebody, you're going to have to work another hour, but it's actually really fun.
We have a new 4 p.m. if you didn't know.
The 4 p.m. with Tom and Faith and
Brooke.
And Brooke some days.
Yeah, and Brooke some days. Yeah, she reports
She'll
on
be
those
there
other
today.
days. But yeah, so it's a lot of fun. So if you are joining us here on the stream, make sure you also tune in to THV 11 Plus at 4 p.m. to join them. And you never know what Tom's going to do.
You never know. That goes for any show that Tom's on, which is part of the fun. But he does know
not just on the air. Not just on the air, but off the air. We never know what he's going to do.
He's a great guy.
He's a fun guy.
He really is.
So which one of, I'm assuming we're going to go to traffic first?
Yes.
Have I learned this yet,
Yes.
Tracy?
You're
good.
Well, we switched it up a little bit from THV 11 to when you're over here with us on THV 11 Plus. We start off with traffic, but we do have some slowdowns this morning. Unusually slow if you're coming in from Benton on I-30. It started getting congested even earlier this morning. This is our live traffic map. You can see right now that red that I was talking about right there around Alexander. It's only moving at 13 miles per hour right now, 30 eastbound in this area. So around the Bryant Parkway exit, just know that you're going to be going very, very slowly. We're going to get a look at the live traffic cam in just right now. As you can see, it's stop and go traffic. So not really sure why that it's so backed up. We're not seeing that there are any accidents. It's just really congested this morning. I think there may be an accident. We're going to look at it a little bit closer in just a few minutes when we get our next traffic update. But this is our drive times into downtown Little Rock. 25 minutes if you are coming in from Conway to downtown. 31 minutes, a little slower than average if you're coming from Benton, and 21 minutes is what it will take you if you're coming in from Cabot. So Tracy, we'll get another look at the traffic and what's going on there around Bryant Parkway exit in just a few minutes.
Maybe everybody's just really excited to get to work today because it's almost the weekend. Maybe that's what it is. We're going to take one more look at this bus stop forecast for today, and it's a good one. We are going to have sunny skies to kick off this morning. Those temperatures in the 70s. It's a really nice day ahead. For your lunch and recess, the kids will be able to go outside. We do not have any heat alerts across the state today, so it's feeling great this afternoon. A lower humidity making things bearable out there. Beautiful sunrise this morning. We had a really nice cotton candy pink sky earlier today. 73, as I mentioned, in central Arkansas. We've got a little bit of a wind moving things around, so it's not too bad. And those dew points in the 60s. So again, that lower humidity, drier air pushing in from that frontal boundary passage yesterday makes things feel great. Across the state, we're seeing a few 60s to our north, and seeing that frontal boundary just kind of stalled out just a little bit to our south, and so that's making things just a little bit warmer down there. But your day, hour by hour, is going to be beautiful. Looking for that high in the low 90s, and that heat index only getting to around 94, but it should feel great into the afternoon.
Developing this morning in Pine Bluff, police are investigating a shooting that left one man hurt near the Sunset Village apartments. A statement from the police department says the victim managed to escape even after bullets shattered his windshield while he was driving near West 36th Avenue. He ran to the apartments for help and is expected to be okay, we're told. No suspects have been identified yet. Police are asking the public for tips. Also in Pine Bluff, police stopped a child kidnapping before the suspect could get away. Investigators say a man took an 18-month-old child from the mother's apartment back on August 6th. They have not released his name, but officers did track him to the mother's house, where they say he was packed to leave town with the child. Police have since returned the child to the mother. The suspect is facing kidnapping and aggravated burglary charges. Now to a voter alert, this out of Pulaski County. The clerk's office says more than 40,000 registered voters who did not cast a ballot in the last election will now need to update their status. Under state and federal law, county clerks are required to every 2 years to make sure voter registration lists are accurate and up to date. As part of that process, postcards are now being sent out asking voters to confirm their current address or report any change of address. If a voter does not respond within 30 days, their registration will be flagged as removable, and that means they'll have to re-register at least 30 days before the next election if they would like to vote. A leading steel company is bringing new business to Arkansas. Merrill Steel selecting Osceola as the site of its very first facility in our state. The company is investing $32 million into the project, which is expected to generate just over 100 jobs within the next 3 years, adding to Mississippi County's rapidly growing steel industry. Construction is slated to get underway later this year at the former Denso manufacturing property in Osceola. Hiring is projected to start in spring of 2026. The Texas House approved a redistricting plan that could give Republicans up to 5 more seats in Congress. This move follows weeks of walkouts as Democratic lawmakers left the state in an effort to block the new congressional map pushed by President Trump. Republicans, though, managed to push the measure through overnight, saying the maps follow the law. Democrats disagreed, calling them discriminatory and promising to challenge them in court.
Can you explain to us what the residents in East Austin have in common with the residents in Port Aransas?
This part of the fight is over, but it is merely the first chapter.
The plan now goes to the Texas Senate, and the fight over redistricting is expected to spread to other states. In fact, in California, Democratic lawmakers are moving ahead with new congressional maps of their own to counter the move by Texas. The California Supreme Court refused to block the effort, clearing the way for lawmakers to vote today and send the bill to the governor, Gavin Newsom's desk. Republicans continue to challenge the maps in court, calling them unconstitutional, while Democrats say the move counters Texas's GOP-led redistricting and could give voters a choice in a November special election.
Their excuse? Texas is doing it. That's not leadership. It's abandoning our principles.
This constitutional amendment, along with the 2 companion bills, are a measured and thoughtful response to the power grab that is happening out of Washington, D.C.
The battle over district lines is expected to shape the midterm elections next year, with both parties eyeing control of the U.S. House. It is 7:08. Let's check some top consumer headlines for you this morning, starting with a major change to a decades-old restaurant chain logo. Cracker Barrel is updating its iconic look for the first time in nearly 50 years. The country-themed chain is dropping the image of a man sitting by a barrel, replacing it with a modern font featuring just the name. No word yet on whether the lobby merchandise, like the toy trucks or the Nana shirts, will change. I'm guessing they won't. Target's CEO is stepping down after 11 years as the retailer faces slumping sales and backlash over its DEI rollback. Michael Fidelki will take over next year, and he will be tasked with reinvigorating the Minnesota-based company. Experts say the chain faces ongoing pressure from tariffs, a slow consumer market, and past boycotts. Claire's, the global jewelry retailer, has found a buyer after filing for bankruptcy a second time. The company announcing Wednesday it will sell most of its North America business to private equity firm Ames Watson. 18 U.S. stores will close by September 7th, while the future of more than 1,000 other locations, including its Arkansas stores, remains uncertain. Claire's will seek court approval for the sale at a hearing later today. Meantime, Dunkin' is introducing a new fall beverage, the cereal and milk latte. It combines espresso with cereal-flavored milk. The new latte, available hot or iced, is inspired by that sweet bottom-of-the-bowl flavor from our childhood cereals. The chain is also bringing back its seasonal pumpkin spice offerings and the $6 meal deal. Dunkin' is also partnering with pop star Sabrina Carpenter for several themed Daydream refreshers. Now let's talk about Hurricane Erin. It is churning off the East Coast with winds surpassing 110 miles per hour. Dangerous waves threatening North Carolina and Virginia. Even though the storm is hundreds of miles offshore, the governors have declared states of emergency and issued evacuation orders, warning conditions can deteriorate quickly. Beaches are closed. Officials say waves could reach as high as 20 feet, though some residents are staying where they are.
I've lived here almost 40 years. I've never evacuated. Not yet.
This is our favorite time of year because we actually get waves.
Coastal erosion remains a concern as the ocean pushes inland. Some New Jersey residents say the shore feels stronger now, nearly 13 years after Superstorm Sandy.
Prior to Sandy, there were large boulders, if you will. They cemented all the stones and they built this. So there's a really nice barrier between the ocean and our homes.
Erin is expected to weaken on Friday, while scattered storms across the East Coast could bring heavy rain and even some flash flooding. Back here at home, let's turn back to Ashley King and a check of the traffic on this Thursday morning.
Hey, Karen, good morning. We're starting to see some slowdowns. We had an accident, actually. I was telling you about the slowdowns that are happening on I-30 around the Bryant exit, Bryant Parkway, and we figured out exactly the cause of that, and there was an accident. But the good news is that has been cleared now. Getting a closer look at what's happening in that area, as you can see. Well, first, this is a slowdown that's happening here at the North Terminal Interchange. 25 miles per hour is what we're seeing, so it is starting to slow down there. But let's get here where it's really slow. This is 30 eastbound around the Bryant Parkway exit, 25 miles per hour. You're also seeing 13 miles per hour in some areas. The accident is clear, so that is the good news. But looking here at our live traffic cam, this is the Bryant exit on I-30 eastbound. You can see that it's stop and go traffic right now. So that is affecting our drive times into downtown Little Rock. 25 minutes from Conway. You can see how it's affecting if you're coming in from Bryant or Benton or Bryant into downtown Little Rock. It's a little longer than usual. 35 minutes is what it's going to take you, but it looks good if you're coming from Cabot at just 23 minutes. So Tracy, a little busy this morning, especially on I-30, but hopefully we'll see that clear up here in just a few minutes. Tracy?
Yeah, so Linn County will get moving here before long, and we'll start thinning out. It looks like it's probably right about the time folks are trying to get in and drop the kids off and get on the road themselves. Now, let's talk about a little rain around the state. Yesterday, we did have some storms start to pop up and develop just southwest of the metro, and it traveled right down Interstate 30. And this is all associated with that frontal boundary that came through. It's kind of stalled out a little bit in southern Arkansas, but we did receive a good amount of rain over the last 24 hours. Again, especially as we were going down Interstate 30. Southern Arkansas starting to see a little bit as well. They've got at times 3.5 inches, and here in central Arkansas, we're getting 1.5 to 2 at times, but we still have a lot of areas that do have burn bans across the state, and our rain chances really drop off into the weekend, and they do pick up next week. But it's going to take some good soaking rain to really make an impact on this. Looking across our state, again, the county judges for the most part do issue these, so we get them all throughout the day, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. And still waiting on the latest update from the drought monitor, but I do expect we're going to start to see more of that as well. I just checked this site, and over 44,000 people in Arkansas are in these drought areas. So make sure you're being extra careful if you're beginning to burn, even if you're not in that burn ban.